Hey, Vexy here. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are a bit confused of the name change and everything, funny story though. Someone thought actually my name was offensive, so they reported me to YouTube and Google to change my name. So I had a chat with Google, and it took about 6 months to get back the original nick that I have. But anyways, we are going to look into problem shooting some of the games and actually get you into the thought process of how everything works and like how your mindset is actually going to try to solve things on your own later on. So the Steam summer sale has been around, and I got something called Worms W.M.D. Nobody knows how to actually launch it. So um, I know a thing or two about Windows. Been like problem shooting stuff for 25 years. So we are actually going to look into how to actually boot the game. I have tiny little clue what's going on here and why you might have problems with launching games and everything. So that's why we are actually going to look into what we are going to look into today. All right. So first of all, let me take out my browser here. So people have been toying around with different things here, with scripts going into the .sh file and modifying it due to its, well, it has a native side of things. I don't really, well, there's something telling me here, runtime, native. This game is launched from, I think, around 2016. And basically, what I tend to do is searching up on the web the engine and what it actually needs for running in Windows. Back in 2016, there was a few DLL files that we had to use, and we are looking here as well, where they are talking about C++ as a part of the engine. So now we pretty much know the most here that we need to know. How to run it. So back in the days, we used Visual Studio, and that with current native installation here. So what is going to happen if you try to run it like out of the box is probably nothing like before. And we also can try to go into the Worms W.M.D, the run native file, and no luck. This happens a bit often because many of us play old games. So to understanding what's going on here, I'm going to share some tips for you guys to actually um, get your games to run better in many ways. So first off, what we want to do here is start looking into Wine. Here we can do Wine tricks. So we're going to go with the default Wine prefix, and we are needing some few DLL files because that's most of the programs and games runs under early on. So 2016, I'm not sure what they did back then, but we need visual, and pretty much what I tend to do after installing a few things is to actually grab every visual that is. Usually it solves so many problems when it comes to running Windows games. So let's just go ham over here. Some of those would not be something we will get to install, but that doesn't matter. So we just go through here and just do some install now. Many times, sorry about that. I like to do it uncut, so you are on the process. Could probably have done a silent install. So pretty much the silent install is when it does everything itself without me clicking. But this is pretty alright. So a lot of times you have problems with the frames and everything. That pretty much also solve some of the problems here. There are some settings that not everyone is aware of. So over here we have properties and compatibility. All the games like this that runs all the files, that's not usually something we don't use anymore. We also use force. For me, as I know here, Proton CachyOS native package should be alright. And there we go. And now you see it want to update. That's something we want to do. I've been searching everywhere for this, but actually I know what's going on because I've been doing this for so many years now. So I wanted to share for you guys as well to see and experience everything. Let's see. Launchy time. Big bada boom. There we go. So usually it helps to look into the engine and everything to see what's going on, what it needs, what engine it is. Maybe if you have Windows and you have the game over there, you can look through the folders, see if there's something they want you to install. You pretty much find it also at the Wine Tricks. So that was the first tip. Let's see. I've been reading forums for so long to see if anyone actually had a solution for this. So what else do we need to talk about today? I had a few things that I wanted to share, but actually now that I'm sitting here, I can't remember everything. Yes, of course. Multi-monitor setups can also have a few problems where you actually lose your cursor off the screen, right? Some of those are fixable if you have dedicated GPU. Sometimes if you are running something like a hybrid GPU that is, let's see, an Intel Arc GPU with something like the NVIDIA GPU. They don't have the fix yet for those. Strangely enough, it doesn't work. But if you have a dedicated one and cursor flies off and everything, I like to do a few things as well. So we need to go back into Wine CFG. Do we have? No, I haven't created one. So we are going back to Wine. And we press OK. And we're going still with the default prefix. And here we want to go into run Wine CFG. This is a pretty handy tool. So when we look at things over here, you can add a program or like game, pretty much a lot of different things. So something you want to do here is like going over to let's see, here you can set up drives, and I highly suggest that you do show .files if you have like only one Linux install. It makes games under like if you're going to find your game under Steam, it will be under a .local. A .local will be hidden, so this program won't find the file if you're going to browse through to get actually the game into the program. So that's the first thing we tick off. And we also want this setting right here, where it automatically captures the mouse in full screen window. So that means it would actually just have the mouse on screen and it doesn't go off to your secondary screen or the third one. So that's something we like to do. Some of the games have problems. Bethesda games are typical one of those games where your cursor flies off to where you don't want it, and you can't look around, you hit walls and different problems. So basically you want to add the game from here. You don't have it on a C drive, so you have to go in here and lock up the game. Basically you find where you install the game from browse local files, and you just enter in whatever is up here. Okay, that was tip number 2. Do we have anything else? Not really. But anyways, this should fix a lot of your problems. Try to look into Windows games and understand what's going to happen, what they actually requires in Windows, and try to emulate it in Linux. And pretty often it just absolutely works fantastic, just people don't know how to do it. Okay, so I'm off from work, as you see, so I need some dinner. It's 8 in the morning and I'm going to bed. So have a nice weekend, guys, and I'll put up another video later this week about automating your drives. If you have games on other drives or drives that you want to boot without putting in a password every time. So that is the next video. So take care.